Hello everybody, welcome back to the Maverick channel. Those that are new to this channel, we talk about cryptocurrencies. We like to look at trends in cryptocurrencies, what is going on in the space, but most importantly, we like to look at real world use cases of cryptocurrencies. What does that mean? We truly believe that utility is going to rule in the cryptocurrency space, because no matter what the hype is, to create that longevity in your project, you're going to have true utility within your project. So for that reason, we like to look at cryptocurrencies, and I think I've stumbled upon a couple of main sort of crypto projects. So we could say layer 1 projects or layer 2 scaling projects that have such a diverse type of use case that they offer, to the point that they're looking like they're establishing themselves to become a whole other animal. So that goes into things like scaling other blockchains, or being interoperable with other blockchains, and a combination of all those, and implementing things like privacy and of course the usual stuff, smart contracts and decentralized finance, generally being able to interact with that ecosystem in that kind of way, in a real way. But I'll talk about those blockchains that I think have really established themselves now, and I think they're not going anywhere anytime soon. And how do I know that? You can start to see these blockchains embed themselves behind other blockchains, or rather, other blockchains are on top of these blockchains, but then these blockchains are doing other things with other blockchains. So these other ones are essentially acting as layer 0 technologies, and some of these are built on top of other layer 0 technologies. So it can get quite confusing, but that points to me as an indication to the mainstream adoption, rather not mainstream adoption, but the sentiment that's going to lead to that mainstream adoption. Hiding the complex stuff and making it easy. Now, what you're seeing on the screen, the reason why I'm displaying this, guys, the way to look at it, El Salvador decided to sacrifice a bunch of money to buy Bitcoin. Okay, so they probably have 1,801 Bitcoin around there. So if you look at the time they purchased, or the time this was written, that's about $66 million. What I'm saying here is that this country now, because they have this fiat, this money type, Bitcoin is definitely not fiat. They have the fiat and they have Bitcoin, and there's other standards as well. But they have the fiat, which is the US dollar, and Bitcoin. So these guys can under collateralize and acquire massive loans. Okay, I'm sure they can use this Bitcoin to get loans that are way above this collateral that they could provide. So this means that there's a tremendous amount of use cases for cryptocurrencies, especially if you're holding novel cryptocurrencies that are liquid, that have network effect, that are desirable. There's a lot that you can do with them. And that means the future of crypto is really, really bright for countries, for individuals, for companies, and so on. So what I want to talk about today in the video, the first thing I want to cover is Fetch.AI tweeted this: don't miss us, we're just sliding our way into the IBC gang. Great news is that the mainnet upgrade has now completed the transfers and has resumed. So more updates to follow very soon, so stay tuned. So I guess announcing things like actually being able to use the inter-blockchain communication protocol on the Cosmos chain. Guys, the Cosmos chain is one of those chains that I feel like has already established themselves. Binance Smart Chain, which I think, okay, I'm not going to mention the others, I'll mention them maybe, no, it's okay. Binance Smart Chain still built on Cosmos. There's some other blockchains like the Hyperledger blockchain, which still leverages the consensus algorithms from the Cosmos ecosystem. So these guys, Fetch.AI, they've successfully upgraded their mainnet. It's now live, and they'll give more details about that. So this is what I had to say about this. In crypto, you move slow and make things. So Fet IBC gang, congratulations for officially making the first step to true interoperability. IBC is a trustless way through which sovereign blockchains can communicate. Why does this matter? So I wrote this. IBC is intended to work in execution environments where modules, or in this case for Fetch.AI, that we consider them as AEAs, where they do not necessarily trust each other, but can autonomously verify, negotiate, and transact with one another. So this fits perfectly with the Fetch.AI AEA agents that have a trustless but homogeneous relationship. Number 3, AEA agents execute in an object-oriented environment where they can operate effectively as multi-agent systems. So we're closer to the rise of proactive smart contracts, unlike the reactive types that we use today. So in short, the pieces of the puzzle in Fetch are starting to fit perfectly together, and the heartbeat of Fetch.AI continues to pump. It continues on with such kinds of upgrades. Those that haven't seen this, the US Department of Justice has seized more than 94,000 Bitcoin that were allegedly stolen in the hack of the crypto exchange Bitfinex back in 2016. So I'm not going to, actually, I think I could read this whole thing because it's kind of Yeah, so this is current at the current price is about $3.6 billion in Bitcoin. The US Department of Justice has seized this, which is 94,000 Bitcoins that were allegedly stolen. So according to February 18th announcement by the DOJ, 34-year-old Ilya Liechtenstein and his wife Heather Morgan, 31, both of New York, were arrested for alleged conspiracy to launder $4.5 billion in stolen cryptocurrencies. So these are the people that are arrested by the United States government, and we have all this Bitcoin in the hands of the government. What are they going to use it for? Who knows? The US government now controls one of the largest Bitcoin wallets in the world after the DOJ seized 3.6 billion BTC today. So this article was written about yesterday. From the Bitfinex hack, if they dumped it, all the price would collapse around 90% to well below $4,000. So if the US government decided to dump this Bitcoin right now, there's a very high chance it could affect tremendously the Bitcoin price. So Bitfinex will work with DOJ and follow appropriate legal processes to establish our rights to a return of the stolen Bitcoin. Yes, exactly. The US government is being watched by a lot of people and what they're going to do with this money that doesn't belong to them. Okay, but that's it. And there's more articles about that. More exciting news? Well, kind of. Okay, so Russia to legalize Bitcoin regulatory draft arriving February 18th. This is nice, but don't be too quick to judge it or to be excited. So from its plans to ban digital assets to integrate crypto into its financial system, Russia has taken a 180-degree turn on its crypto policy. So on Tuesday, February 8th, that was yesterday, 8th on the other article. So the Russian government and central government published a report noting that they will soon introduce a crypto regulatory draft by February 18th. Now, check this out. This is not very exciting. The Russian government is working on an arrangement wherein the distribution of digital assets will happen only through banking systems or licensed intermediaries. Any transactions conducted outside this legal sector will be a criminal offense. Guys, we can see governments starting to do their thuggery. Also, there will be heavy fines for illegally accepting crypto as a means of payment. I feel like just leaving this here. But let's first see these talking points. Protection of the rights of citizens in addition to dividing investors into qualified and unqualified will be ensured through the license requirements for cryptocurrency platforms. Those in turn will be required. Guys, I'm just going to leave this here. Those that have been in the crypto space, yeah, let's just go on. I think there's more exciting news out there. So the Assange DAO concludes, guys, the reason why I moved on is because this makes no sense to me. This is horrible. This is really, really horrible. Okay, so but let's just move on. So Assange DAO concludes raise with $53 million to help Julian fight for freedom. So the Assange DAO pulled in 17,422 Ether from 10,000 people, with the funds set to be used with the NFT auction that is supporting Assange's legal battles. Now, guys, this is crazy. So the decentralized autonomous organization that's governing this, supporting WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange's legal plight, has concluded its raise, generating a whopping 17,000. We've talked about that, which is roughly $53.7 million. So as previously reported by Cointelegraph, the Assange DAO intends to use the fund to bid on a one-on-one NFT. We're going to see what that looks like from a drop called Censored by digital artist Pac in the collaboration with Assange. Those that are new to the NFT space, Pac, Frenetic Void, Ferocious, those are some OG crypto artists before NFTs really blew up. Okay, but this happened like 2 years ago. So they blew up within this period, but before the hype took over. So Assange has been languishing in the UK jail for the past 3 years, with US prosecutors seeking to try him on espionage charges. Supporters say that Assange is a whistleblower, journalist, and publisher. This is what the art piece looks like, okay? Breaking almost $55 million and so on. Now, guys, this is the art piece right here. So 1,044, okay? When you go to the website, you can click on censored. So the art piece is called 1044. Guys, look at the latest bid on this. 4,242.42 ETH. Someone has just offered to bid this, which is about, well, it's not showing here, but it's about $13 million. And previously, there was a bid 1,888 ETH. And this hasn't been accepted, which means there's a chance someone else might bid a higher amount on this. So at the writing, Pac and Assange's 1034 one of one NFT has a current bid of this, okay, as we've seen. So the auction is set to close later today. The NFT collection was launched on February 7th. So the Assange DAO is 53 and so on. So that is basically it. I'm in love with creating different mechanisms to communicate my messages. For Censored, the drop needed a good reason to exist, and Julian was just the perfect fit. So this is a message from Pac and why he created this. The Censored drop also includes an open edition with unlimited mints within a specific time frame. And Pac started, okay, so those that are interested, you may buy this. Pac stated that the proceeds will be donated to information freedom, digital privacy, education, health, and human and animal rights organizations. So in other words, everything that is censored eventually returns to the people, they've said, okay? So that is the art piece. You've seen it. Guys, in more bullish Polygon news, this is one of those articles where I have to read it on their own because you have to catch every word for things to truly make sense and to bring out that excitement that you're looking for. So Polygon raises layer 2 stakes with 450 million finance round. I covered this article yesterday, but I'm talking about it today for a good reason. So Sequoia Capital India led the funding round for Polygon layer 2 solution for Ethereum that is potentially a game changer. Okay, so Polygon raises $450 million to venture capital this VC farms, and has been leading the pack as the preferred layer 2 solution for the Ethereum network. Capital continues to flow into platforms that support Web3. This is a new buzzword, guys, Web3, which is an actual buzzword that means something, okay? Just like people were saying internet back then and whatnot, I feel like Web3 is establishing itself as that. So Web3 development and Polygon fits into this category. Kevin O'Leary, a Canadian billionaire investor from the famous Shark Tank reality show, participated in the funding round. More than 40 venture capital funds backed this funding round, including the likes of SoftBank Vision Fund 2, Tiger Global, and Galaxy Digital. The platform of choice to build on the blockchain today is Polygon. Thousands of developers across a range of applications are choosing Polygon and their complete set of scaling solutions for the Ethereum ecosystem, said Shailesh Lakhani, managing director of Sequoia India. Polygon believes that the Ethereum network will prevail over its other competitors in the race to provide the base application platform for Web3. The funds from this raise will also go into investing into zero-knowledge technology, which is believed to be Ethereum's solution to scalability. So built, this is we'll go into zero-knowledge technology. So built for Web3, the Polygon team is aiming, now this is the exciting part, is aiming to provide a complete suite of solutions similar to what Amazon Web3 services did for Web2. Polygon is prepared itself for Web3 with Polygon Proof of Stake, Polygon Edge, and Polygon Avail. So Polygon Proof of Stake is the current execution layer with low fees and is able to process transactions at a higher speed secured by the Ethereum network. So these are some of the stack that you can see here: the ZK rollup, zero knowledge, standalone chains, other side chains, optimistic rollups, enterprise chains, Polygon Plasma, Polygon Proof of Stake. So these are different mechanisms you can use to scale, and you can see Ethereum in the middle. So Polygon Edge allows for projects to build custom blockchains, and in the future, Polygon Avail will play the role as a general-purpose scalable data availability-focused blockchain targeted for standalone chains, sidechains, and off-the-chain scaling solutions. Polygon's popularity continues to grow, leveraging Ethereum's popularity as the dominant layer 1 solution. It is the leading execution layer on the Ethereum network as a layer 2 solution. So Polygon generates 3 million transactions a day, which is 2.5 times more than that of the Ethereum network. Pretty impressive. Polygon remains a popular choice for many users. With its robust ecosystem, projects building on Web3 will grow exponentially in the next few years, and Polygon will be one of the preferred platforms. Polygon's Matic price took a bidding, and so on, okay? They're talking about how the price took a bidding in the market, wide sell down, and so on. So many tokens had this, and so on. That is both fast and secure for both. So Polygon plays an essential role in the decentralized web that is both fast and secure, and for the same reason, it's catching the eyes of institutions. So those that know, those that have been following this channel, I'm extremely bullish on the Polygon network. I've been talking about it for a while, and really they're building some amazing stuff as they're really fronting scaling Ethereum network. Blockchain-based internet company 3Air abandons Cardano for scale network. So I'm not going to read this whole article, but there's a company called 3Air that's based in the African diaspora. African-focused blockchain internet company 3Air has officially abandoned Cardano. So this is the reason why they said this is because the programming language that Cardano uses, okay, which is called, I think, Haskell, something like that. So they've done this, they've abandoned it in favor of Scale. But the skill set for Haskell, so the language is called Haskell, there's not enough skill set to develop. For example, if you look at Ethereum, there's Solidity. Now, the number of people that are familiar with Solidity are a lot. Number of people familiar with Haskell all the way since 2017 is still very small. So a project like this, it's hard to proceed if you're encountering errors. There's not too many places or forums you can go to online to get help. You're discovering these new errors and it makes it hard to proceed. So this is one of the issues that they brought up for one of the main reasons as to why they abandoned Cardano. But of course, there's many people that are very bullish for the Cardano network, and maybe they'll find ways of fixing some of these things as the network goes forth. So there was this article here, those that are interested in the NFT space, what is a yacht and why are people paying this? So paying $425,000, which was the highest price paid for these NFTs. So what this yacht platform is trying to do, basically they're launching NFTs to act as your decentralized web browser names. So just like the way you see unstoppable domains, you can launch different browser or decentralized names or URLs, I should call them that, okay, in different under different extensions like .crypto, .zilliqa, some other stuff, whatever. They keep adding others. So these guys are trying to replicate that, but through emojis. So you buy different emojis, and these emojis, you own them forever and represent your address. You can receive crypto funds on these. You can use them as your URL addresses, and you can, I guess, use them in metaverses in the future. So that interoperability standard. So those that want to see what they look like, if you go to OpenSea, this is kind of an example of how some of these look like. So you have these NFTs, and you can see they're different kind of emojis being represented. So coffee and whatnot. This one has a donut and a police car, siren, and a plate of food. So a lot of people are buying, spending a lot of money in this stuff. So if this is kind of stuff that pleases you, you may want to look into this, guys. Obviously, this is not investment advice, and you have to do a tremendous amount of research before you invest in anything, and make sure it has some kind of utility and longevity. Hashtag launches open protocol testnet. Now, guys, if you stayed around in this video, this is where I want to put a few things into perspective. Check this out. This is a company called Hashtag, which launches an open protocol testnet offering under-collateralized loans. Let me first read for you the first part, and I explain to you why this makes sense. So Harmony's ecosystem fund financed Hashtag's solution to improve DeFi lending. So the DeFi lending and borrowing market has grown significantly in volume as new lending protocols continue to attract capital and NFT-backed loans become more popular and so on. So guys, this is Hashtag, a platform that's, if those that have used decentralized exchanges or DeFi, if you provide like $10,000 worth of collateral, you can only borrow like say $6,000 or $8,000 worth of whatever you're borrowing, which means you have to over collateralize your debt. So what these guys are trying to do, they're trying to under collateralize the debt, where say if you can lend $300 and borrow $400 worth instead of providing $150 to borrow $100 worth, which kind of befits the purpose of sort of the lending and borrowing market. So that's what they're trying to do. But the Harmony blockchain was launched on the Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so this is where I want to put things into perspective. The Harmony blockchain was launched on the Binance Smart Chain, but let's first read the conclusion of this to see what I'm trying to talk about. There was an article here talking about why Harmony is extremely bullish. Okay, Harmony blockchain was stemmed from the Binance Launchpad. Those that know, the Binance ecosystem has launched quite a few ecosystems like Fetch.AI. Now, guess what? Binance is running on the Cosmos blockchain. Okay, cryptos like Fetch.AI are running on the Cosmos blockchain, which means they have this interoperability standard. So these guys that are trying to launch these NFTs, or rather under collateralized kind of debt position, right? It means they're trying to launch on Ethereum, Avalanche, and C-Chain. Okay, so these are other protocols, as you can see there, they're trying to launch on. So you may ask yourself, how are they able to access this kind of interoperability standard? Okay, so I'm sure they're able to leverage, because they're launching on the Binance Smart Chain. When you go to their website, you notice that they say they're powered by the Binance Smart Chain and PancakeSwap. So because of this, they can tap into this interoperability standard, but they don't have to tell anyone that they're using these consensus algorithms that are stemming from the Cosmos ecosystem. Binance leverages that. But this platform that launched on the Binance Smart Chain is using Binance as a layer 0, yet Binance is on Cosmos, which is the true layer 0. So, but Binance is a layer is a blockchain built on top of Cosmos, and this other is a decentralized platform on top of the Binance ecosystem. So you can see why I believe that the Cosmos blockchain, I knocked over my microphone. That's the reason why I believe that the Cosmos blockchain is one of the ecosystems that has really established themselves. And then even when you see blockchains like the Hyperledger, which has generated a lot of institutional interest, those that will watch a video that I'm going to do tomorrow, I'll look at an article that was published by Forbes, talking about Forbes top 50, and you realize that a tremendous amount of significant institutions out there have adopted something like the Hyperledger fabric, which is built using the Cosmos consensus algorithm. And that's why I believe that's one of the blockchains that has truly established itself. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you stayed this long, and I hope you learned something, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.